Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, we have Andrew Paris, our brokerage manager, and our special guest speaker, our home office VP, Jolie, is joining us as well. So great stuff as usual. We try to make sure that every minute, every second spent on these trainings are very important, and that ultimately you can walk away with nuggets that will help change your practice. So in fact, we want to hear from you, okay? Any feedback, good, bad, indifferent, comments, questions on the products, on the carrier, please feel free to use your question box, and typically in the bottom right corner, depending on your screen, or if you're on a tablet. But please feel free, jump right in. We want to hear from you, and the purpose is these are created ultimately for our agents. And if there's something that you want to see or share or whatever the case is, we need to hear from you, because that's how our IMO was created after all. And without you guys and girls that are on this call, we have nothing. You are our customers, as you know. So please feel free, jump right in here today. Okay, so guaranteed issue. As you are aware, guaranteed issue is probably one of the top hooks in our industry. Okay, yes, for agents, agencies, and prospects as well, right? Because everybody just wants to answer one question and, say, hey, do you have a heartbeat, and get a policy, right? We know how that works. But in the past, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. There's a lot of gray, small print, if you will, and nothing is truly guaranteed issue unless the client is willing to pay a huge premium for that policy, or maybe there's a graded death benefit, right? Or maybe there's a B+ company that's offering this special guaranteed issue policy. And in the past, I don't know if you all remember, but there was a company by the name of Presidential in Cotton State years and years ago. Then even U.S. Financial was dedicated to impaired risk. Well, those days are pretty much gone. And the reason why we got so excited about today's presentation is because we're talking about a straight up guaranteed issue product, okay, with one question. Yes, the client does have to be able to perform their normal standard job duties. I think it's a minimum of 20 hours a week. And if they can, they are in, okay? There's no graded death benefit here. It's an immediate death benefit, no small print. And it's pretty much that simple. And the best part, it's from a carrier that we all know and love, Transamerica, who's A+ rated, okay, which when I found out about this product and we were offered a direct opportunity to work with Jolie and her team at Transamerica, we jumped all over this. So the way I look at these types of products is this fits a certain niche, right? We all have that client or prospect that just cannot fit into an AIG or a Banner or Emeritus, typical full underwriting product. So, and I always like to tell our agents, even before this product ever came along, is we have something for everyone, right? So this speaks to that, to the point, exactly. Okay, so now when you're out there marketing and you're telling your news story, you truly have something for everyone, okay? Now, in the past, of course, like I said earlier, the client had to pay a hefty price tag for that guaranteed issue convenience. So I love what we're about to witness in about 5 to 10 minutes. And again, immediate death benefit, UL term. We have a bunch of other products on the platform. Really, really neat stuff. I don't care if you're a MDRT type of agent working on $30 million IULs. That's great. I don't care if you're working out of your third bedroom and you're selling mortgage protection and final expense. This is also great for you. In fact, I don't know of an agent that's not going to want to come on board to Transamerica on this side with these products. So this is truly awesome. In my 22 years, I've never seen anything like this. So we're delighted to offer this to our agents. And I think everyone is going to be impressed with what they're about to see. Also, real quick before we jump in, there's been a few rumors. There's some agencies that are marketing this, and there's different spins around it. And They're saying the client has to share data on their laptop or whatever the case is. And Jolie is going to shed some light on that and tell everyone, the Levinson agents, the facts and how simple it is. And no, there's no small print, and there's nothing that the client has to share and share financial information, none of that stuff. So please, I don't know what marketing pieces you've seen. I don't know what GA is pitching you on it, but I hear rumors almost daily. So we're going to set all of the facts straight today, and I hope by the time we're done, everyone wants to get appointed and jump on board and start selling these products this afternoon. Okay, let's move forward here. What I want to share real quick is a testimonial that just came in. And yeah, like I said 4 times already, we base our IMO around you all, okay? So this means the world. And by the way, share a comment, share a review, go on our Facebook page, go on our podcast channels, say something, whatever it is, good, bad, and different, and I'll send you the new IUL prospecting book on us. Okay, please. Let's focus on the right corner there, top right corner. This is from Nick P., who happens to be on today's webinar. This came in a couple of weeks back. I had to share it with you all. And the reason why it's, me and Andrew and Joe and Carrie and the rest of our team, we could say we're the best and we have the best service and platforms until we're blue in the face. But when you hear it from an agent that's just like you, to me, that means everything, right? That's the differentiator, in my opinion. I just completed my first Insure Me Now Direct Sell While You Sleep e-application using my free Levinson website. I took a phone call from my client and quoted the Haven product. It took me 10 minutes to complete and was issued in less than an hour. They drafted the initial premium and I got paid quickly. This is a game changer system and highly recommend way to do business virtually. The team at Levinson & Associates handled my contracting seamlessly and even followed up after the sale to see if I needed anything else. Amazing. Bill and his team are my IMO of choice for my agency and highly recommend they be yours too with a 5-star review. Nick, thank you so much, okay? And I hope our other agents are seeing this, and I hope you have the same experience. And listen, we're not perfect, okay? We deal with 19,000 agents. Over 1,400 applications are in-house going through new business as we speak. So if we do make a mistake or something doesn't get handled the way you think it should be handled, please reach out to me or Carrie. We want to make it right, okay? We're not perfect, but I feel like 99% of the time we do a pretty good damn job. And if that's that 1% that falls on your lap, pick up the phone, call me or Carrie. I promise we will make it right for you, okay? And that this is on record, by the way. So this is being recorded for our YouTube channel, and I will say that now, and I'll say that forever. So please pick up the phone and call us or email us, and we'll set up a time to talk. Okay, Insure Me Now Direct, that's our direct-to-consumer platform built for you, the agent, okay? We now have over 16 products, 6 carriers. Haven Term up to $500,000 is our newest release. That's instant decision, e-policy, 100% direct to consumer. I hope you're out there pitching this now, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic that we're all going through. And we have a new term product we're launching in about 4 to 8 weeks. That's very unique. In fact, there's nothing else like it. It's a term product that is based on your insured's paycheck. It's like a paycheck protection plan. So you'll see that in the very near future. It's priced better than a typical term, and the comp is awesome. So great stuff. It's also on the Insure Me Now Direct platform. All right, let's move forward. We're going to shift gears and talk a little bit about guaranteed issue and other graded products. Now, obviously, we love Transamerica. We use them. In fact, we're one of their top IMOs on the traditional side, and we hope we'll be there soon on this side as well. But we do have other carriers and products, okay? AIG is on the top left side, up to $25,000. Gerber is a big one because that's on our Insure Me Now Direct platform. So we are the only IMO. We have the exclusive rights to have their guaranteed issue whole life and the children's grow up plan on our direct-to-consumer platform, meaning you could be on the phone with a client, send them the link, they can quote, sign up online, get approved, save their policy, and be done. And you, the agent, just got full commission, okay? They can do this at 2 in the morning when you're sleeping and go through the whole process. You wake up in the morning, boom, you have your commission. So just think about the opportunities. Great Western, another big one, up to $50,000 up to age 80. United Home Life up to $10,000, age 75. If we move over to the right side, we're going to go over to the graded side. Okay, now this is important too because we can bundle a few of these as well. So if let's say you need 100,000, we can take 2, 3, 4 of these if needed. The graded side, we have United Home Life, Oxford, Liberty Bankers, Foresters, Transamerica, Americo, and Mutual of Omaha. So if you are already appointed through another IMO, just let us know. We'll match or beat your existing grid. Plus, we'll give you free leads with your first app or cash for contracting, okay, with your first app paid. So we make it a no-brainer. Plus, you'll have a lot of these products on your Insure Me Now Direct site, which is direct to consumer. No one else has this. So if I was an agent and I'm listening right now, I would think about recruiting other agents too, right? You have your retail arm and then you have your wholesale arm as well. So why not sit there on a Sunday when football comes back, right? And you're having a beer, eating some chicken wings, whatever the case is, and you have 2, 3, 4 agents out there marketing Insure Me Now Direct through social media. Anything they sell, the agent gets full commission, you get your override, and you never left your couch, okay? No brainer. And we're the only agency you can do this with. No one else has this technology because I own it. I paid for it. We have the rights, the patent pending, everything. So anyway, and we're only adding carriers from this point on. So great, great stuff. Only from Levinson. Okay, we're going to move forward into accidental death products. This is another big one, okay? Now, we have gotten so many phone calls over the years where we don't have a product for that specific client, and we have to go to guaranteed issue or graded. We can also package in an accidental death product, and a lot of agents don't realize we can go up to $500,000 with full return of premium. What does that mean? If a client dies, right, from an accident, the beneficiary gets paid the $500,000 tax-free, just like a regular life insurance policy. If they make it, they get all of their premiums back. That's a win-win and free insurance, okay? Most agents do not know about this. That's another great niche. Assurity has a full e-app available also with return of premium and same-day issue. And if your client's a private pilot, they'll make an exception. That's another big hook. If I was an agent, I'd be marketing to every freaking executive airport that I knew, and I would hand out brochures to private pilots, right? You have to get creative now. It's almost like the old, cigar smokers with Prudential for non-smoker, right? If I was an agent, I'd be marketing that concept and that strategy to every cigar shop in town and on the cigar forums online. Why not? On the bottom, we have Gerber, a household name. They've been around forever. They also have an accidental death plan with a full e-application. And with Gerber, Gerber, Assurity, and Mutual of Omaha all come with our free 1-year scholarship. So I just changed the game again for you all, okay? So now you just shifted gears, right? You went into second thinking how I can take this niche product and use it in cigar shops, right, with private pilots. But now you can talk about college planning and college funding. That opens up a complete new lane of marketing for you all. So some of these products are a few bucks a month. For a few bucks a month, you can give little Johnny, right, their son or granddaughter, Susie, 1 year free tuition to any of our 416 colleges across the U.S. at no charge, no cost to you, the agent, okay? And we have that new self-enroll scholarship button on your Insure Me Now Direct site, meaning your client can literally go on Insure Me Now Direct. They can buy and quote a product. They can save their policy. They can sign up for the SAGE tuition program, the scholarship program, in less than 10 minutes. You did absolutely nothing, and you got a full commission, plus renewals when the product qualifies. So why not, right? Okay, now you understand why I'm so excited. All right, let's jump right into today's feature presentation. It's what I'm most excited about. We have Jolie, our internal wholesaler from Transamerica, joining us. She's going to tell us all about this new platform of products. Take notes, sit back, and don't forget, when she's done, we have our question of the day for the free Amazon tablet. So make sure your eyes are glued. Jolie, are you there?
I am. Is the right screen popped up?
Yep, we can see 2020 enrollment guide.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I hope everybody's having a great day. Your enthusiasm is definitely contagious. Pretty exciting stuff.
Thanks, Jolie.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of history on who I am and what this product is. I am from the Transamerica employee benefits side. I know a lot of you guys are contracted with our direct life or annuities or even 401k platforms within Transamerica. The building I work in, I think we have over 1,000 employees and several different departments. So this is a separate department with separate contracting. I think maybe sometimes the thought comes up, well, I already write Transamerica. Am I ready to go? This is an employee benefit side, which is a good thing because this is what has allowed us to put this program together. Within Enrollment First, I don't know if you could see it, but within Enrollment First, we have had a relationship with Transamerica Employee Benefits for 18 years. And we had set up within the platform of Enrollment First our products along with a minimum essential coverage and dental and vision, whole health package, along with the products that you guys love. It was set up as an association, so we had to go to each DOI, put in applications, get approval. Products were different in every single state. So, for example, Colorado isn't really happy on hospital indemnity, so they wouldn't allow that in. So the packages couldn't be the same for everybody, and it was time consuming and expensive. So what Hazen Mertz has done with Enrollment First is worked with a company that created what's called a limited partnership versus an association. By becoming a member of this limited partnership, you have access to employee benefits. That's where that fuzzy area comes in, and people say this is too good to be true. By becoming a part of the limited partnership, you have to say that you can work 20 hours a week. That's considered full time. And by being able to work 20 hours a week, you have access to the whole suite of products. There are some little glitches in there, and I'll talk about those as far as what the LP means. This limited partnership is situs in Georgia. So what has to happen is everybody needs to get a non-resident license in Georgia in order to offer the products. That's really great news because it's situs in Georgia. If you have a client in Texas, you can still sell it in Texas without having to have a non-resident license in Texas, because it's as if I work for CVS Pharmacy. They're based in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but I live in Denver. I get access to all the benefits where the company is situs, if that makes sense. So that's why we all have to apply for the non-resident license, but it does save you a whole lot of money in the long run. You can market this at a much higher level. You can go beyond your wildest dreams as far as where you want to market. We work with associations. We work with group business. We work with 1099 employees. We work with W-2 employees that may not have these benefits offered, that want to set up some sort of retirement that fits the niche that you're looking for. Hopefully that makes sense. Forgive me. So here's everything about the limited partnership. Everybody has to have equal access to all of the products. We get the question, well, we just want to offer the term life and the universal life. I get it. That's great. But in order to offer those, we have to offer the whole suite of products. That's part of the deal with the limited partnership. However, you can go on and enroll your client in the products that they need. They don't have to buy every product, just be offered the whole suite of products through the limited partnership. Here's where it says you have to be working 20 hours a week minimum. You can have someone that's semi-retired and volunteering at the Rotary Club. There's a gray area there. That is considered work. This person is not disabled. You can have somebody that's a housewife that takes care of the house. Believe me, that's more than 20 hours a week. You can have someone like me that's a grandmother taking care of grandkids. That's work. So there are some gray areas there. The limitation may be that they can only get the simplified issue because they can't get above 7 times their salary or guaranteed issue, excuse me, because they can't get up to 7 times their salary for the simplified issue, if that makes sense. So when they sign up, they receive a document to join the limited partnership, and they receive a unique PIN and a link to download the data bank app. This data bank app does not sell their information. They don't have to log in and create any accounts. There is no tracking of who they are, what they're doing, or on their cell phone. And you can get more information about that data link app. I will be able to send this out and you can share this with everybody and you can Google it. So I'm going to show you what the brochure looks like. What this has been marketed to is, like I said before, your W-2 employees that don't have benefits or your 1099 groups. They have access to, and I'm going over it briefly, the minimum essential coverage options. I'm going to try and increase this screen for you. So they have first dollar coverage. This is not a major medical. This is just a minimum essential coverage that gets them their physical, co-pays for prescriptions, co-pays for primary care, specialist, urgent care, even mental health. They also have the option of getting a buy-up so that they can offer hospitalization between $50,000, either $50,000 or $100,000 option with a $5,000 deductible. So they can put those together as sort of a mini med program. That you may have some COBRA clients. I'm sure those are wonderful for your industry, and this is a great option for COBRA clients that don't want to pay those COBRA rates, want to get into something temporary until open enrollment comes. They can bridge those gaps with that deductible with a hospital indemnity. It's a very basic one. $1,000 a day for 5-day max, $1,000 for the first confinement. So if they're in the hospital for 24 hours, they're looking at $2,000 plus $100 miscellaneous coverage. So about $2,100 for the first day in the hospital. They have access for dental insurance. Just to complete this package, there is a waiting period of 12 months. Otherwise, it does cover all of your preventative. They do have access to accident insurance. So if you have construction companies, homeowner, people that do home inspection, that's a big niche. Anybody that would be 1099 that may be in an industry where they want a little extra protection in case there is an accident. Critical illness. The cancer insurance. I'm not going too into detail with these. We can do that at a longer presentation. We are going to focus at the products at hand that we're excited about most. So this is the 10-year term life insurance. They have a guaranteed issue of $100,000, simplified issue up to $500,000 with 6 or 7 underwriting questions, and I will show you those underwriting questions. I have another slide where I'll show you an example of rates, but here's a good example. If someone wants a $50,000 benefit, age 25, $16.38. So if they wanted up to that guaranteed issue, you can double that price, which is a fabulous rate. So you have your universal life here. You have a guaranteed issue of $100,000. Again, simplified issue to $500,000. this eligibility 90 days as if it reads as if they're eligible in 90 days, but it is kind of it doesn't play into factor here because normally this would be an employee benefits where you would get your benefits starting at 90 days after your first day of employment. It does have the accelerated death benefit and the long-term care riders built in there, so they have access to cash value in those cases. It also has what's called an extension of benefit rider. So if they use up a good amount of their guaranteed issue $100,000, they still have another $25,000 in death benefit attached to it. I think some of the questions we get on the term, I will back up just for a second, is it's a 10-year term. What happens in 10 years? They will send out a letter to your ABC client and say, your term is up, you have A. You can take this to a permanent life, which would be through Transamerica, and it would be through you as the broker, but it would be on an individual level, no longer a group level, which is fine. Or they'll say, you can renew for another 10 years at this price, and they'll send that out to them. Everything's 100% portable, meaning they own this policy. What I would like to talk about is kind of setting some expectations. Because this is an employee benefit that they have access to by joining the limited partnership, say we're enrolling today, June 25th, it would be for a July 1 effective date. Say they were enrolling on July 5th, it would be an August 1st effective date. It's always going to be effective the first of the following month. Really important to set that expectation for your clients. A little bit different in the world of employee benefits than it is in your Gerber, where they can enroll in it and then the policy goes into effect the next day. The policy documents do get sent to your client. It doesn't get sent to you for delivery. However, you will have access to all the policy documents within your back office of both Enrollment First and your broker portal with Transamerica. Here are, and I will be able to send all this to you, plus the underwriting questions for your simplified issue. If you have a client that you sit down with that maybe have a bad driving record, DUIs, felonies, maybe even drug and alcohol rehab, this is a really good option for them because it's difficult to get coverage. Pilots, like you brought up before, I didn't even think about that. That's amazing. Would be a great option for coverage for them. These are the questions that they will ask for eligibility for the simplified issue. I think that's the number one question I get. California says, there's no blood work or no physical involved in this, so I was going to read the stuff in bold. So they want to know if they're able to work, if they're disabled, past 6 months, has any proposed insured been hospital, inpatient or outpatient? Have in the past 5 years, have they had any actual diagnosis or treatment for AIDS? Height and weight. Past 5 years, have they proposed the insured been diagnosed or treated by the medical profession for any heart, including heart attack, circulatory, vascular, any of these sort of conditions? Now, it's important to know they're not going to decline them. They will just come back and say, we can't do the simplified issue if they're looking for a $250,000 policy. We'll have to go back to the guaranteed issue and wait maybe some time for you to get in a better health situation. Maybe they're got some diabetes issues or some health issues like blood pressure that can, with a healthy lifestyle can get better. So then they can revisit it at that time. I'm going to show you an example of a enrollment site. This is one of my broker's enrollment site. I don't have one of my own. I apologize. He has an association. We have an association for pest management. We have realtors associations. We have a rideshare associations with Uber and Lyft. Our commercials were run by Ariana Grande. And we have, I'm trying to think of some fun associations, pool cleaning associations, reservations, all kinds of possibilities as far as marketing this product. When a client wants to look at a quote, I'm going to go ahead and click to the Universal Life. At this point, this is going to change in a week. They have to register themselves to get a quote. In July, they're going to have the capability of them quoting themselves, and I will show you why. In order to get a quote, they need to register themselves, put their social security number and mother's maiden name. That's not going to bode well for someone just to get a quote. So they're putting the capability up within the site to quote it, and then if yes, I'm interested in enrolling, I'm going to take the next steps, then they'll be able to take the next steps by giving this information. Something really important that they're putting in. Also, they have to sign the limited partnership agreement. Right now, that's being emailed to them. They will have the capability as of July where when they sign out, put everything in their cart and buy it, they will sign that agreement. So you'll have your client's business all wrapped up in a nice little package, put a bow on it, follow up with them in a few months and see how they're doing and get those referrals. I'm going to pull up rate sheets that we have, and I'll be able to send this out to everybody. So this is the Universal Life rate sheet. In case you're talking with a client and they say, I want a 57-year-old male that wants $100,000 in Universal Life, how much is that going to cost? And it would be sure nice. You're used to the capabilities of going onto your Gerber and going on to Transamerica within the individual side and getting those quotes and proposals. It's just the limitations of working within employee benefits. There's some advantages, and we're talking about these great advantages. We've got the guaranteed issue and the simplified issue. So you'll be able to pull this up and quickly give them what that quote looks like. So we'll pretend we have a 57-year-old male that wants okay, we'll go at 250,000. 57-year-old man at $1,230.63, and this is the Universal Life. I can show you what the term life looks like as well. Life, term life, 57-year-old man. Who wants 250,000 for 10-year term, $313.55. So you can play with those rates. When your clients, when you have clients that are presented that will fill this niche for you, it's a quick way to get those quotes. I think I might have covered it all, and it was rather quickly. I'm going to go over contracting. How this works is you will get a link sent from the powers that be above from your FMO, and they will send you a link for contracting. There are several steps in it. Enrollment first contracting, so they'll want you to get your non-resident license in Georgia, and then the E&O and the W-9. Then they will send all of that stuff forward to Transamerica. The contracting process will start with Transamerica. Once everything's finalized, you'll get your portal link and your back office link. I love the back office link. You're able to see your clients that are in there, some that may be missing information or didn't sign the LP agreement. You'll get a notification of that to follow up. You'll have their names, addresses, and phone numbers to send your thank you cards and make those follow-up calls for those referrals. But there is definitely a 3-step process. Enrollment first is the first part of that process. And we're blessed that you have a huge team behind you and they make sure that they get you through that process nice and smooth. Any questions?
Oh, I think we are good, Jolie. Let me ask you real quick. I know you guys were a little behind with contracting because of COVID and people working remote in the different departments of insurance offices. Are you guys right now? Is it a few weeks for turnaround, roughly?
Good question. Usually it's taking about 10 days. I really
Okay.
like to under promise, over deliver. I've seen it
Mhm.
come through quicker, but usually about 10 days. Transamerica does background checks. Enrollment First does not. So that is a little bit of the confusion in there. So once you get that link once you guys send your link out to your potential brokers and they get it started, I'm seeing about a 10-day process.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and by the way, we have everything here at our licensing department at Levinson for you, so you can reach out. Plus, we're going to show you how to get started, and we're going to send a thank you email to everyone that's on the call, and we'll include brochures, sign-up information, everything that you need to start writing. Okay, and then if we need to get Jolie involved with any questions, maybe if you're working with an association and you want to get them up and running, we can always set up a conference call and do whatever it takes to make sure that you are comfortable and have what you need. Okay, so just, yep, keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, Jolie, I think we are good. We have a few other things we're going to talk about, and then we'll have our giveaway, but we'll talk offline afterwards. I appreciate you taking the time and spending it with us today, Jolie. Thank you again.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys. It was great meeting you all.
Yep, you too. You too. Okay, let's jump right in. So we're going to go over a few things with underwriting, how to market. I know a lot of you are probably scratching your head saying, wow, this would be a great product to have on Insure Me Now Direct. We're actually speaking with them right now, so hopefully that will be in the near future as well. I want Andrew to take over from here. We're going to show everyone where the link is, and then we're going to show you some other tools that are built around quoting and how do you know when to go to a guaranteed issue product, or when do you think graded, or when do you think, you know what, maybe we'll go for a table shave program, right? So we're going to show you everything you need to know as far as underwriting your clients, especially if you're on the phone or through a webinar. Andrew, you want to take it from here?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. I want to show everybody how to get started first with this Transamerica Guaranteed Issue Program. So log into our website, levinsonandassociates.com or carrielevinson.com. Go to our website under Products, click on Final Expense and Guaranteed Issue Life. You'll see that option. And then below, there will be an option for Transamerica Guaranteed Issue. You click on it, you'll be able to download the brochures, the rate sheets, and of course requesting the contract, which we'll send out to you as soon as possible. So get on our website so we can get all of you enrolled into this program right away. What I want to do is jump into our quoting and underwriting resources, as Bill just mentioned. We have an awesome quoting and illustration system on our website. So all users of carrielevinson.com get this complimentary quoting system. Okay, so you can actually go in here and quote your clients for term or universal life, and you can put in their age and what they're looking for. But a lot of times, as we all know, there's a lot of medical that comes up, right? I'm 5'7", 290, or I have diabetes and I take 5 medications. Well, we have an analyzer on our quoting tool that many miss, and it's easy to miss. But if you look at the bottom, it'll say Enter Health Profile. So you can actually put in health conditions, family history, medications, build, tobacco. You could put in a lot of particular measures about that client, and the software will not only give you an estimate, but it'll quote it with that estimate. So for example, if you have 5'7", 290 and a diabetic, the quoting engine will automatically show you, let's say, a table 4 non-tobacco rate. Right? It'll automatically assess the information you put in and which carriers should come up at that table 4 and at what price or premium. So utilize this tool on our website. It's extremely easy to use and very convenient for you while you're talking to your client, or if you're doing research or shopping for your client for term or universal coverage. Also, I want to dive into our X-ray underwriting software. Okay, this is you need to be using this if you're not using it. We use this every day in our home office because the days of calling underwriters are over, right? Sitting on the phone and waiting 12 hours to hear back from a carrier. You don't have to do that anymore. So you can actually go into our X-ray software. This is on demand, right on your Carrie Levinson dashboard, okay? You log in here, you can launch it, and you can actually put in your customer's history. More detail of that history, though. So you can actually dive into diagnosis dates, treatment regimens, the last time they got an echocardiogram, what the stage and grade of a cancer diagnosis was. You can get into very specific details about your client's health history, build a profile, and then you can actually email this information to either our home office here for review, or we can send that information direct to the underwriters to review and respond via email, or it'll do an automated assessment. So if you have information in there and it has enough information to give you a tentative offer, it will generate an offer on the final screen. When you click Show Summary, it will show you a report. As you can see on the screen here, we just did a sample case for a 20-year term. We ran an individual, and look, we have carriers coming back, table 2, table 3, so you can already see what the estimated rate's going to be. Now, if you want an underwriter to still review it, no problem. We can send the file directly to the underwriter. They will review it in 2 to 3 business days and send it back to you with an answer in writing. Okay, so this is extremely convenient. The days, like I said, of calling are over when you can do this and send it to all of our carriers at the same time. So if you're not using this, you need to be. It's absolutely complimentary on the Levinson website, and it helps you determine which carrier to use for what particular client and their situation. Also, I want to go over our underwriting resources tab. So we've been making some major improvements to our website in this section in particular. If you go to the underwriting tab of our website, you can click underwriting resources, and you'll see that we have charts, guidelines, cheat sheets, carrier underwriting manuals, everything you need to help you make better decisions with your client, right? A lot of times we don't know what carrier to use for 100 different conditions that may exist. Well, now we have those. So like we have a table shave guide. We have an MVR motor vehicle guide, right? If somebody had a DUI 3 years ago, who do we take it to and why? So we have those charts available for you. All you have to do is log in and access that on our website. On the right-hand side, we have impaired risk questionnaires. So if you don't know the type of questions to ask your client before going to this Transamerica Guaranteed Issue product, maybe you can ask them about their anxiety history, their driving, their diabetes, whatever it might be. We have a questionnaire that has all the questions you should ask them so that we can better assist that for you. So definitely download this, take advantage of all the stuff and the resources that we're putting on our website. It's super helpful for you. I'm going to go ahead and get it back to Bill. He's going to go over some hot new incentives so you can win one of our free new Amazon tablets, get into our Positive Tuesday. Bill, you there?
Yeah, good stuff, Andrew. Good stuff. So, these cases come up all the time, and you need to be ready to go. You need to know where's what on our website, or if you're using the free mobile Levinson app, that's fine too, because you can do just about everything from your phone as well. But this stuff is so important. If you have to, and you all know this as well as we do, but if you have a client on the phone and there's some health issues or height and weight challenge, whatever the case is, if you have to call them back and call us and call the carrier and call an underwriter, and by the time you get back to this client, they could have spoken to 3 to 4 agents already, especially if you're working leads. So I can't stress enough how important it is for you all to know the basics. Okay, so what we wanted to do real quick was go over our Amazon Fire tablet contest. So everyone's a winner with this new incentive. So every single person on this call, every Levinson agent, if you're listening to this after today, if you write a Haven Term app or a SureBridge app, any product, okay, no minimum premium, you get the free Amazon Fire. That simple. As soon as the first app is issue paid, you get your Amazon Fire, okay? Every single person could be a winner. Now, you have to write these on Insure Me Now Direct, and they both come with free scholarship as long as it's not the dental vision product with SureBridge. That simple. These products start at just a few dollars a month, okay? So very inexpensive on Insure Me Now Direct, SureBridge, Haven, free tablet, done. Okay, moving forward to our agent training events. That's what you're on right now. I want you to take notice of a couple events here I think are very important. Scroll to the bottom there. You'll see Legacy Armor. We just had the new launch program that was on Tuesday. The reason why I'm saying it's very important, this is a great value add, a great door opener, great way to generate leads by offering your clients the online safe deposit box that's in a secure vault with built-in artificial intelligence for free. So anyone that calls you, you sign them up, enroll them in their own platform for free, and it gives you a chance to talk about life insurance, right? So that's a big one every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Right below that, we're going over some niche underwriting programs. One for diabetics, one is a non-smoking incentive that gives your clients, think about this for a minute. They could smoke 2-3 packs a day with this product. They get non-smoker rates. Okay. Now, as long as they quit in 2 years, they keep the non-smoker rate. If not, it goes obviously to a smoker rate. But what a great way. You can come in at half the premium of other agents if you know about these two niches, diabetics and smokers. That's going to be a big one. We're rolling that out on the 30th, 2 p.m. Eastern. Try to be on that training. And then every single day of the week at 2 p.m. Eastern, we pick a different technology platform and we go over everything on an open forum. Gives you a chance to ask questions and dive in. We want to make sure that you're comfortable. That's the goal, right? We can have the best programs and technology in the world, but if you're not using it, it's going to do all of us no good. So we try to make things very black and white, very easy for you all to understand. That's the goal when we put these platforms together. Okay, moving forward to our last slide here, our positive quote. I call it Positive Tuesday, even though today's not Tuesday. I put these out on our social media platforms. I love Positive Tuesday quotes. And here's what's important before I jump into the podcast. I want you all to know and understand when you see those Positive Tuesday quotes on our Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, I'm trying to set an example and show you all this is a way to keep your name top of mind, to keep your brand out there. Positive Tuesday means nothing. It's just I try to come up with a positive, inspiring quote every week. Okay, that's it. And next thing you know, we get thousands of followers and agents from all over the country. And they literally say, oh yeah, you're the Positive Tuesday guy. Okay, it means nothing. But you all should be doing the same thing. Get creative. Come up with it could be a 2-minute video you take with your smartphone every week, and you pick a different product concept of the week, and you put it out on all of your social media platforms for free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Okay, this could be your 2 minutes to shine on camera when your spouse is holding up your smartphone. Okay, whatever it is, get creative. Try it. If you get a couple followers or a couple views, it's okay. Because the next week, hopefully, it'll be 2 or 3 more. And then in a couple of years, you might have thousands, and you might have people reaching out to you and saying, hey, I need a quote, or hey, I remember Bill Levinson, you're the insurance guy, right? We all want to be known as the insurance guy or girl in our communities. And now with social media and having an online presence, it allows you to do the same thing, but throughout the country, right? Not just in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So anyway, you need to start thinking like this to be successful, especially during these times with the pandemic that's going on, when these face-to-face meetings are very scarce, right? You have to become that virtual expert. You have to be comfortable on the phone, comfortable on video. So now is the time. Practice now, okay? You can do it tonight at the dinner table. All right, real quick. Now, speaking of selling online, right, I hope you all have listened to my podcast channel, The Bill Levinson Experience. Every month, I pick a different industry leader, different athletes, right? Jorge Soler is the American League home run record holder. He was on the Chicago Cubs World Series team a few years ago. Jeff Levitet's Forbes 400 guy. The guy's an animal in the entrepreneur South Florida space. Gary Vaynerchuk, he is the social media guru. I interview him for an hour. We have Emmanuel, we have Ian. They happen to be on our call right now. These are 2 agents that were crushing it online and over the phone even before Corona even hit us a few months back. So no excuse. We have our estate planning attorney, Lauren, talks about estate planning and how you can help your clients. Bill Atlee, the founder of iPipeline. You talk about the e-app. This is the guy that created the iGo e-app, okay? And we did it along with him 15 years ago. Joe Ross, top insurance coach in the industry, bar none, okay? Check these out. We have a new one coming out for June. You're going to be very excited to listen to more. You're going to learn. You're going to innovate. I promise you, you will love some of these episodes. Leave a comment. I'll send you the free IUL book. Okay, our last slide here is one of my favorite quotes. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to first read you the quote, then we're giving away the Amazon Fire right now, okay? And I'm going to ask you a question that we spoke about in our prior slides. So about another minute here and we will wrap up. Thoughts decide what you want. Actions decide what you get. Boy, is that true. And I hope you have your action plan in force after this webinar because you learned some great stuff, but you need to go bring it to market now, right? Get it out there. Okay, I get a little crazy when it comes to this stuff because I know it works. And I've seen people literally go from nothing to something overnight by taking their personality and bringing it online and sharing it with others. I promise you it works, okay? That Gary V guy is a perfect example. Came from nothing. He's exactly my age. In fact, he came from Russia as an immigrant, and he built an unbelievable business with thousands and thousands of employees all over the world, okay? VaynerMedia, Gary Vaynerchuk, Empathy Wine, that's all his. They created 4 Super Bowl commercials for the last Super Bowl, okay? To come from nothing and go to that, all with social media, come on, okay? We can all do it. All right, question of the day, real quick. The Amazon Fire, okay? I just came up with a new incentive. And you have to write one of 2 carriers, and you get a free tablet. Name both carriers that are on the Insure Me Now Direct platform where you get a free Amazon Fire with your first app. Name both carriers. Whoever does first and correctly wins the Fire tablet. Andrew, do we have a winner?
Yes, we do have a winner here. It looks like it's Jeanette S.
What state, Andrew?
Florida.
Jeanette S. from Florida. Congratulations. Thank you all. By the way, you all are a winner, right? If you write a SureBridge or Haven app, you get the free Fire anyway, right? Regardless of this contest. So go out there, make it happen, get your action plan in place. Let's all become winners. Have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, great selling. Thank you again.